Alright guys, I'm back here in the haunted tunnel as you can see, and last time I was down here I thought there was nothing happening. I really thought like we got nothing, but then I looked back at the footage and a few things that I didn't notice in person happened. Once I realized it during editing, I kind of pointed it out. But basically, the first thing I noticed that was really weird is the spirit box, okay? The spirit box wasn't working at all, or at least that's what I thought, because it wasn't acting normal. I tested it when I got home. I tested the spirit box once I got home, and it was acting perfectly normal, which was really weird. And by normal I mean it was spitting out random words every few seconds, which is what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to spit out random words and switch through radio stations. It's supposed to spit things out. Last time when I was down here, I was getting kind of bummed because I thought we got nothing. And we might have gotten nothing on the spirit box, but that is honestly more weird than it working on its own, because it was dead silent last time we were here. Like, I had it on for a while, and all we would get was like static for most of the time, which isn't normal. I found that out the hard way because I tested it out when I got home, and it worked perfectly fine. It was spitting things out. So honestly, the fact that it didn't say anything is more weird. It's way more weird that it didn't say anything at all, which means that something down here was probably blocking it from doing anything. So it doing nothing was honestly something. And I just didn't realize that until editing, or until like I got home and tested it. I tested the spirit box before I came back down here today, and it was working perfectly fine. So if it does nothing again today, that means we know something's up. I mean, I already knew something was up the second it started working when I got home. But if it starts doing nothing but static again today, then we'll know for sure that something down here either doesn't want to use the spirit box or was blocking other spirits from using the spirit box. I'm not sure which one, but that's basically what I'm here to find out today. But I also have another plan. I came up with this idea. Okay, I came up with the idea. Every single investigation we've done in the tunnels, whether it was at night or daytime, it's been in this single tunnel right here. Okay, it's been in this tunnel. And mind you, this is the tunnel that we started in because this is where we experienced things. Okay, because like, I have footage of other investigations, not really investigations, but just footage of creepy shit happening down here when we were just chilling. Because we would come down here in this tunnel right here, this specific one, and we would just hang out down here, and if it was at nighttime, some like scary shit would happen, and that's why we would leave. We would come home fucking terrified because of the things that would happen in this tunnel at night. Now, that's why I started this. Not really why. That's why I started in this tunnel. I've always been interested in the paranormal, but once I started getting things down here, and once I realized there was potential of this tunnel being really haunted, that's why I started down in this tunnel. Because this is where everything happens. But this isn't the only tunnel in this area. It goes down like 5 other tunnels that way. And I just realized that we've never done an investigation in those other tunnels. We've always set up in this one right here mainly because this is where we experienced everything, which made me think maybe one of the other tunnels are more haunted. So maybe, just maybe, if I do like a small investigation in each of these tunnels, maybe we can find out which one is the most haunted so we can set up in the right one. Because in past investigations, we have gotten the word vortex, which if you didn't know, that's another word for portal. And we know that there's a portal, a portal around this area. And I'm pretty sure that it goes in between the tunnels, like it's in the middle. Like, I'm pretty sure that this wall right here, doesn't really matter, there's a wall, I'm pretty sure it goes through the middle of all these tunnels. That's at least what I think because of what we've gotten in the past. But originally, when I heard the vortex, when I heard the word vortex, we were in the last tunnel, the tunnel on the opposite side of the one we're in now. So I was wondering if I could maybe do an investigation in each of these tunnels and figure out which one is the most haunted. Because we've never really set up in any of the other tunnels. We've walked through them, not at night actually. We haven't walked through them at night. We usually stay in this one at night. But I was thinking maybe I could go through all the different tunnels and figure out which one is the most haunted. Because this one is what we think is the most haunted, because this is what we've had all of our experiences in. This is the only one we've really set up in. So I was thinking maybe today I can do like a mini investigation in each tunnel just to see which one's the most haunted. Because like honestly, today just might not be a good day for it. Who knows? We might get nothing, okay? But I always say that, and we end up getting at least something small. So who knows what we might get? But I came down here to figure it out, okay? And that's what I'm going to try to do today. I'm trying to see if there are more tunnels that are more haunted in this area. And if you guys want me to go down to that side of the wash, because we haven't done any investigations down that side. We've done an investigation at the quote-unquote demonic side of the wash, all the way down there by the high school, which the high school is haunted all in itself because multiple people have died there. And that little cave area that we went to is right under the high school. But that is quote-unquote that's the demonic side. We've never gone to that side of the wash at the very end and done an investigation over there, so if you guys want me to do that, let me know. It's fucking hot as hell out here because it's summer and I'm in Arizona. But if more of you guys want to see that, then I will go to that side of the wash and see what we get over there, because I know that that side's probably haunted as well, mostly because I have an old apartment that's down there, like at the very end of this side of the wash. I had an old apartment. It was like where I grew up in my childhood, and that apartment was haunted, so I wouldn't be surprised if that side of the wash is haunted as well. So if you guys want me to go down there, let me know. But I'm here today trying to figure out which one of these tunnels is the most haunted, and I'm hoping that I can get some answers. Alright, so I think what I'm going to start with, I'm going to set up in this. I'm not actually going to set up anything yet. I think I want to just stand here for a minute and see what I can get. Yeah, I want to stand here for a minute in the silence and just ask a few questions to see if I can get anything to like make noise or maybe speak, because in the last video the spirit box wasn't working at all. I realized that. But there was this one part in the last video where I heard with my own ears, it sounded like a little girl said hey. And at first I thought it was in the spirit box, but when I went through the editing, I realized that the voice had an echo to it, like it was in the tunnel with me. And it also had distance. It wasn't right next to the fucking microphone where the spirit box should be. And the spirit box should have cut out the, it should have cut out, Man, I better not be hearing footsteps already. That might have been me, but I don't know. The spirit box cut out. It should be cutting out the static for a second to say the word, to like prioritize the station that it's on before it switches to static again. And it didn't do that. It was just pure static, and then you could hear in the distance a little girl saying, "Hey," which I thought it was a spirit box on the video, but I went through editing and I could hear the difference. So I'm pretty sure I heard with my own ears a little girl say hello or hey, but I thought it was a spirit box. It wasn't. So I'm gonna see if I can try to get more voices or sounds in person today and see what I can get. So the first thing I think I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna take the camera and I'm gonna walk through each and every tunnel. I'm just gonna kind of like feel it out. I'm gonna walk through each tunnel. Like, I'm just gonna show you guys each tunnel before we get anything started, just so you guys know what it looks like. But once I walk through each tunnel, I'm gonna ask a few questions to see if I can get any physical activity before I set up any equipment. This is the tunnel we're usually set up in. I'm gonna go through here and show you guys everything. So I'm not sure I've done like a full tour of all the tunnels. So, what was that, bro? Heard like a honk or something. It was like a beep. Man, I've heard those before, but it could just be a car. So, this is the end of the tunnel where we usually see a bunch of demonic like figures and shit like that. If we come here at night, we can see a lot of creepy shit on this side of the tunnel. Man, if I walk out here, it better not be God looking back at you. Why does it do that, bro? My camera's not adjusting to the brightness. I don't know what the fuck's going on. What is going on with my camera, bro? So, oh fuck. Okay. So, this is the second tunnel. There's of course a bunch of graffiti down here. Some of the graffiti is kind of demonic in itself. Cause like, I know I've shown you guys the All Hail Satan carved into the wall in the one that we just came out of. But I know somewhere down here, maybe not in this tunnel, but somewhere down here it says 666, and that's lovely. Anyways, that's lovely. You can tell the people that have been down here are fucking tweakers. Speaking of tweakers, I ran into one of those in one of the last videos. Bro, why doesn't my fucking camera adjust to this shit? It's only adjusting in the darkest areas in like side the tunnels in the shade. And I don't know why. Cause like you can see the tunnel, and then I turn around and it's God. Like, bro, what the hell is going on with my camera? So this is the third tunnel. You can't see it, you can only see the entrance to fucking heaven, but down there's a bush. So, yeah. There's really not much to see in these tunnels, that's probably why I haven't given a tour. But I figured, since we're doing a mini investigation of each of them, we can just do a quick tour of them. Of course, there's a bunch of shit on the floors, like fucking clothes and trash and shit like that, but that's just a wash for you. People don't know how to not litter. And here we go. Fuck. Yes. see it like that, you might trip. It's very... Bro, why won't my camera adjust to this fucking lighting? Like, genuinely, like, no matter what I do, it's not adjusting to this bright-ass lighting. But then I go down here and it's fine. Damn, this one gets kind of tight, but it's mostly because rain's filled it in mostly. So we walk through here. I think this might be the one that has 666 in it. I'm not sure. I just know it's in one of these tunnels. I think it is this one though. Someone said, "Help me, bro." That's crazy. Yo, somebody did. That's actually pretty good. Man, I like that. I'm not gonna lie. Damn middle finger on the wall. Where's the 666 one? I think it's down here, maybe. Bro. Oh yeah, there it is. See right here. It says 666, and then it looks like somebody like tried carving it out or something. There's like X's carved into it. I don't know. I think this is like the 5th tunnel. Yeah, this one is a lot easier to walk through because it's not as filled in. The tunnels that are down by my old apartment are a lot easier to walk through because there's like no dirt at all in them. I think it's just concrete down there. But if you guys want me to go down there, it'd probably be pretty easy to investigate because I don't have to walk through a bunch of dirt and rocks. Man, that's some good graffiti, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Fucking Illuminati. What is that? Is that shit or something? Dude. I don't even want to know what's in the middle of the Illuminati are. That's some weird shit right there. It might literally be shit. I don't know. There's tweakers that do weird shit down here. Okay, well, anyways. Back into the entrance of heaven. And then we'll go over here to the last one. This is the tunnel I was talking about. That is literally on the opposite side of the one we are usually in. But this is where I was walking through when I got the word vortex. When I got the word vortex, it was like right here. It was like right next to this graffiti right here. And when I took the EMF out, the EMF was going crazy, like all up until the end of this graffiti. It was like in the middle of this tunnel. So I'm thinking maybe there's a portal at the end part. Maybe it's not all the way down there. Maybe that's why we saw demonic shit at the end of that tunnel. Or the one that's on the opposite side of this one. Because, like, go to hell for heaven's sake. That's crazy. Okay. Well, this is the tunnel that I got the word vortex in, and I'm pretty sure the EMF started like around here somewhere, and then it went all the way to the end of that graffiti. So if there is a vortex going through the middle of these tunnels, then it would start right around here somewhere, which we're usually in the middle of that tunnel, so we are close enough to get some good activity. What was that? Am I tripping? Dude, I don't know if the camera picked that up. It sounded like a scream or a growl. Like, you guys know how a fucking mountain lion sounds? It sounded like the scream of a mountain lion. What the hell? Okay, well. This was our small little tour of the tunnels. Alright, I'm gonna start in this tunnel where we usually start. And like I said before, I'm gonna try to get answers without the equipment at first. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get any physical activity, like any sounds or anything like that. So, if anybody is here with me right now, if anybody or anything is here right now, can you make some sort of sign or some sort of noise or sound just to make it clear that you're here with us? I want to know if you can do what you did last time and make some physical noises. You can talk if you want to, because I did hear somebody talk last time. I want to know if that was you. Can you make some physical sounds just to let me know that you're here? I mean, I heard crickets, but it's not really what I'm looking for. If anybody is here at all and you would like to communicate with me, I know sometimes you don't have the energy to do so, and maybe it would be better for you to do this at night, but if anybody is here right now and you can find the energy to make yourself known, I would be grateful. If you can make any physical noises, any sounds, you could talk. If you want to show yourself, that's fine too. I just want any sign that there's somebody here with me right now that's willing to communicate. I think I heard something moving at that end of the tunnel. Was that you? Would you like me to go into another tunnel? Because I'm trying to figure out which one has the most activity today. If you would like me to move to another tunnel, can you make some sort of sign? Alright, I think I'm gonna go to one of the other tunnels and try to get physical activity somewhere. I'm gonna try to get physical activity in each of these tunnels first before I bring out any of the equipment. Just to see if there's more energy for them in a specific one. So, I'm gonna go to the next tunnel. Bro, look what I just found. Hold on. The Book of Mormon. Another treatment of Jesus Christ. Dude. Like, bro, what are the chances I find a religious book down here and I'm doing an investigation? And this is one of the most demonic fucking washes I've ever been in. What are those chances? The Book of Mormon. Yeah, I'm not touching that thing. If there's one thing I've learned about paranormal, I ain't touching any holy thing in a demonic place. That's fucking weird, I'm not gonna lie. They could just, like, why would somebody leave that down here? That's my question, and I didn't realize that when I came down this tunnel at first. I'm standing literally right next to this Bible, or whatever the hell it is. I'm not sure if it's an actual Bible, but it's some sort of religious book. And this place is fucking demonic as fuck at night. If there's anybody down here in this tunnel with me, and you would like to make yourself known, can you make some sort of noise? Can you make some sort of sound to let me know you're with me? I don't know if I'm just tripping, but it sounded like I heard footsteps from that side. And I just got a gust of wind that hit me, and like all of a sudden, I just feel like somebody's here. I don't know why, I just feel like I'm not alone. So I'm gonna try asking again. If anybody is here with me right now, can you make some sort of obvious noise, sound, or sign just to let me know that you're here? If anybody is here, can you make yourself known? What the fuck? Guys, okay. I'm not joking, okay? Out of my peripheral, as I was coming this way, out of my peripheral, it looked like somebody walked across this end of the tunnel. Like it looks like somebody passed the tunnel. Like a shadow or something. Now nobody's gonna fucking believe that, but if that was my sign, I'm gonna go to the next tunnel because that's the direction they went. Down there, it looked like a shadow passed by. If that shadow was my sign, can you make a noise real quick? If that shadow was a sign, can you make some sort of noise? I'll start walking that direction that you're leading me. Dude, it sounded... It sounded like a fucking squeak or something. We don't got no mouse. We don't got no mice in this tunnel. If there's anybody here that would like to communicate with me, can you make a sound? I thought I saw a shadow figure going this way. So I went to the next tunnel that is in this direction. So if you were trying to lead me this way, can you make a sound? Dude, I just heard the faintest tap. But it's also windy, so it might have just been plastic or something in the wind. And I just heard something. I heard a footstep in the rocks. Was that my sign? Do you want me to keep going? I don't know if I caught that on camera, but it sounded like a footstep that direction. It was like crunching in the rocks. Can you do that one more time if you want me to keep moving to the next tunnel? I don't know, I thought I heard a footstep that way, so I'm gonna go to the next tunnel. Yeah, this is the tunnel with 666 on the wall. So who the fuck knows? Maybe this one's the one they wanted me to go to. If there's anybody in this tunnel with me, can you make some sort of sound or noise to let me know that you're here? Trying to figure out which tunnel has the most activity. Can you help me figure that out? Dude, I'm hearing the faintest noises. It sounded like another crunch in the footstep. Fuck, I can't speak. It sounded like another crunch in the rocks, like a footstep down. And now I just heard chains. I heard a footstep that way, and then I just heard chains this way. Okay. I'm gonna go towards the chains, because why the fuck not? If there's anybody in this tunnel who would like to communicate with me, can you make some sort of sound or noise to make yourself known? Man, I don't know why it's harder to breathe. I don't know why. In this specific tunnel, it's like there's a weight on my chest. And I know that that's usually how people feel when there's a presence. But like, it's genuinely like the air is thinner in here, which doesn't make sense because it's an open tunnel. And was that another footstep? Dude, okay, I know this tunnel is more filled in, but I was breathing perfectly fine the first time. When I went through the mini tour that I gave you guys, I was breathing perfectly fine. Dude, I'm hearing noise. I don't know what it is though. I think it's that flag. I hear a flag that's like far that way, I think. If there's anybody here that would like to make themselves known, can you give me some sort of obvious sound or noise? Dude, I just heard something that way. I'm not sure what. We'll go ask in the last tunnel, and then I'll pull out some equipment. Alright, if there's anybody in this tunnel that would like to communicate, can you give me some sort of sound or noise? Something obvious to let me know that you're here. It was in this tunnel that I got the word vortex. So maybe this tunnel is more active. Dude, I'm still hard to breathe. If you guys want me to go back to the first tunnel and pull out the equipment, can you give me some sort of sign? Okay. Y'all, I know you all heard that honk. I know that's not paranormal, but like, if you guys know anything about universal signs, that right there would be confirmation. Man, I don't want to be like one of those fucking paranoid dumbasses that says, you know, it was just the wind, because it might have been. But I swear, from that side of the tunnel, I don't know if it was the wind, but it sounded like a whisper. It sounded like someone said hurry. It sounded like a legit whisper. I don't know. I'm gonna take those as my sign. I'm going back to the first tunnel. I'm gonna pull out some equipment, and we're gonna see what type of answers we can get, because I'm not sure what we'll get. We didn't get much asking for physical activity in these tunnels. We're gonna start with the spirit box and see what we can get on this time. Because last time this thing was complete static, and that is not normal, I figured out. That is definitely not normal. It's supposed to at least say something, whether it makes sense or not. So, hopefully this time it'll make sense, and they don't just block it out completely. Dude. I don't know what the fuck that was, but like... Man, I think I'm just scaring myself because, bro, I could have swore... I don't think I saw something, but like... I don't know. It's almost like I heard something down there, but I don't have any reason to believe that. It just sounded like a whistle or something, so it could have been the wind. I don't fucking know. That just scared the shit out of me. I don't know why. But I'm gonna turn on the spirit box. If there's anybody here that would like to communicate, can you make yourself known and say something on this device? What the fuck? See, I told you. That is fucking crazy. Something is blocking you guys from the spirit box. What the fuck?
I need closure.
Shit, what? Dude.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Dude, what?